Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Spoiler-ween, and happy Halloween. Yeah, pretty interesting. It is, Halloween when you guys will be seeing this. I'm trying to get it out the night before, wink. But, yeah, pretty interesting things going on, with, stuff in the movie industry, that I will be talking about on my other page. I have another channel, if you guys did not know. I will link that up here somewhere for you guys. And I will be talking about that, hopefully about the same time as this one gets released. So, with that being said, let's talk about Ghostbusters. Now, Ghostbusters, as you may know, came out in the 1980s, which is about 30 plus years ago. I either was just born or was not born yet when the first one came out. So, needless to say, I've had plenty of time to see this movie. And then there was a TV show, again, it came out when I was a little kid, and I didn't really see it unless it was filler for, what do you call that? Like the season endings, where they go into break. So the in-between seasons, basically. So they would put that on instead of doing like a full rerun of what they showed the last season or older episodes of what's typically lined up. So I didn't really get a whole lot of the cartoon, so I really can't say too much about it. I've heard mixed things about it, so I will leave that at that. And then they tried to reboot it in the early 2019, 2017. And, yeah, that was a thing. And then, of course, we have the new Ghostbusters movie, which is a continuation of the first Ghostbusters, not a reboot, but a continuation. It has not come out yet, sadly. I wish it came out today, or at least this weekend, because I would have loved to have actually watched it this weekend, being Halloween. But it doesn't come out for another month, and I don't have any press passes, nor any of the movie theaters do press showings in my area, or pretty much even in my own state, unless I'm just not in the know. So, yeah. The first movie, of course, we get all of the SNL alum, SNL, Saturday Night Live alumni. And it's a good movie. I mean, it's an 80s movie, so like, okay, but the CGI effects and even the practical effects still hold up, especially if you're watching a reamped version. Like the 4K versions are always redone to be 4K quality, so those are always pretty good. I have seen them on DVD, and of course they're on streaming right now. They've always been pretty good. Storyline is pretty good. It's SNL. I mean, you have the cast, which is pretty cool to have that cast come in and do that story. And it really, I think it might have even been like a teaser, like kind of like Night at the Roxbury, where it was a skit and then it turned into a movie. And if you didn't know that, now you do. But overall, it's an 80s movie. It's a good 80s movie. There's not a whole lot that I can say that wasn't good about it. So I would just say, like, give it a watch if you haven't. There's no real, like, sexism or egotistical stuff, except for maybe Bill Murray's character, because he is kind of a sexist and ego person in the movie. but it's done in, I guess, jest, as a joke. Okay? So, yeah, back then what he did would be considered maybe flirting. But go ahead and watch it and see. Okay. So, yes, I would say definitely give it a go. As for the cartoon in the 90s, didn't get to see it, so I really can't say yes or no on that. Give it a go if you can find it. You might as well see it and have the experience. If I can find it, I'll eventually get to it and watch it and give it a go. The reboot. Yes, it is a true reboot. It is some SNL alum mixed in with some popular characters, actors. McCarthy, I think her name is. I don't really like her sense of humor. She did really good in Gilmore Girls, and that's about it. Because she played a chef in the Gilmore Girls a long time ago. And she didn't come back for the reboot. So, yeah. But, I mean, not the reboot, but I guess that you can call it a reboot. They did a little mini-series on I think, Netflix for it. It's fine. But her as an actress, as a comedian, I don't really like her. Leslie Jones, don't really care for her. The other one, the blonde one, I don't really like her either. They're not funny, I'm sorry, but like the best part of this movie was honestly Chris Hemsworth.
You didn't disclose that the vehicle was going to be a hearse.
I'm sorry, my uncle owns a funeral home, not an Enterprise rent-a-car.
Hope you checked to see there wasn't a body in the back.
I don't really know.
You didn't check?
I mean, I was in a hurry. I checked to see if we had gas. That was more important.
So there is a body?
Let Hostman check. She likes that type of stuff.
Yeah, I can think of 7 good uses of a cadaver today.
What's this place called again?
Conductors of the Metaphysical Examination.
Got it. Conductors of metamucils and stuff. Let's slow down. What?
They hung up?
No, I was just not into that conversation.
Kevin, I'm really gonna need you to try a little harder, okay, buddy?
Well, if they call back, I will. I gotta take off though. I'm in a hide and seek tournament, and we are in the semis.
Kevin.
Like, he was the funniest thing in this movie, and he's not that funny. He's a bumbling. They made him a bumbling idiot in this movie, and he's the best thing about it because he's eating the scenery. He's just having fun, while these other ladies are throwing jokes on the wall to see just what sticks, and it's like it's not coordinated. The original movie was funny because these guys knew each other. They knew how to joke and banter and play off of each other's jokes and quip with each other and be like, you do 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 and you da da da, and they would just back and forth, and they were comfortable enough with each other that they could just hit one after another, and it made it just fun to watch because the banter, even if it was, some of it was scripted and a lot of it was just them going off script. That is what made that movie really so great, was that camaraderie, that we know each other, we can joke and have fun. This movie was kind of like, oh yeah, let's try and copy that. So there is a lot of issues with this movie. One, basically, they were saying, if you don't like this movie, you're a sexist pig. Okay, I don't like this movie, but I don't consider myself a sexist pig. If you don't watch this movie, you're against feminism. Not really for feminism as it is, especially this new wave version. I think that if you're a woman, you can do anything that a man can do, sure. within reason and depending on who you are and you as a person. I don't think that all women should be NFL players. I think maybe 1% of women could pull off being an NFL player, if that. I think that there is a difference between men and women. Now, when it comes to movies, if you want to make a all-female movie, because there's been a lot of male-driven movies, all-male movies, go for it. But the thing that makes those movies different is they're original. And that's the issue with this movie, is it's not original. It's a reboot. It's literally the beginning of something else that's already happened, and they tried to go woke and make it about women and feminism and girl power and all that stuff, which is fine if you're going to do that, but do it in something original so you can say, okay, this failed because of the story. And this movie did fail because of a lot of things, including the story, but you're trying to copy a legendary thing that is not just popular to the boys, but to general populace. That is the issue why this movie failed, and that is probably why the next movie that's coming out pretty soon that I will go see and will do a review on probably will succeed. Because yes, they have, oh my gosh, they have a girl as a main character. Well, guess what? It's an original story. And if it's a good original story, then that won't matter. Period. Okay? So, that is my point to this movie being so bad. It would be laughably bad, but then I'd have to laugh at it. And it's not that funny. So, with that being said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. I know this is kind of a controversial subject for a lot of people out there in the hiding behind my computer world. That's fair. So go ahead and give it a thumbs down if you don't. If you do like this video, also you can get the little subscribe button down there. Give that a little tap.
Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
And that will let you know the next time that I put out a video. If you want to give me a try and you don't want to hit either the button that should be popping up over here, which is another subscribe button, but you want to watch another video, there should be one popping up here pretty soon for you guys to watch another video and see if you like my videos. So with that being said, thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for getting this far in the video, and we will see you next time. Happy Halloween. Peace.